Hi, my name is Kaylee Wilson, and today I'm going to be talking to you about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a booming point of interest in today's society. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is used greatly in everyday life. But one specific point of AI that has been repeatedly showing up in my life is ChatGPT. So today I would like to talk to you about OpenAI's ChatGPT. So what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a platform where users are able to type information in and get a response back. You can ask ChatGPT to write you a cover letter, to create you a resume, to give you ideas on a presentation. You can really ask ChatGPT to do anything. It can answer questions, it can write essays. There are really endless possibilities for ChatGPT. And that's why a lot of college students are taking advantage of this, to have ChatGPT help them with homework assignments. But is ChatGPT really all that? Let's find out. So, for example, if I were to type in, give me ideas for an artificial intelligence oral presentation, it gives a variety of ideas, such as introduction to artificial intelligence and applications of AI into everyday life. But not only does it give you main topics, it breaks down these topics into specifics that you can follow for an easy oral presentation. So this is very tempting, especially if you're on a time crunch. I've known a lot of college students use this, as well as people in the workplace, just because it's so convenient. But what are the dangers of using ChatGPT? So, ChatGPT is a broad language database with endless answers. You can find out pretty much anything. So, what's the issue? There are a large variety of privacy and security concerns with ChatGPT. Users should not write about private, personal, or financial data, as well as private company data, as this is not 100% secure. All of the information typed into ChatGPT is retained on the company's servers and may be sold to third parties. This could be extremely damaging if private information was on there. For example, if you were to type in your social security number, birth dates, any of that, it could be saved on the company's server, and if it were to be sold to a third party, they could use that information to steal your identity or something harmful like that. Especially with company information, if you type in private company information on there, that could be used to negatively affect your company. So you want to be extremely careful about what you put on ChatGPT. So why are people so concerned with this? There have been data leaks previously with ChatGPT, so this isn't a new thing. According to Pluralsight, which is a security blog, in March 2023, a data breach happened between the hours of 1 a.m. and 10 a.m. Pacific time. So from the hours of 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. in Pacific time, all of the information that was typed into ChatGPT was leaked. So during this time period, 1.2 million users had their data exposed. With all of these exposures and security concerns, many countries are questioning whether or not they should be using ChatGPT. Italy was concerned with ChatGPT's power and decided to ban ChatGPT, demanding that all Italians not use it. However, there have been some updates since then, and ChatGPT has now required that users be 18 plus or 13 plus with a guardian's permission. Not only does ChatGPT have privacy concerns, but many are questioning how accurate ChatGPT really is. Many are using ChatGPT to type in answers, expecting a correct answer, but how accurate is it? Are we just trusting that it will give us the right answer? What if that leads to something dangerous? Let's look into it. So, it has been shown that ChatGPT fails at basic math equations, can't answer simple logic questions, and will argue completely wrong facts. Wow, that doesn't seem like something you'd want to use. So why are people continuously using it? According to OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, they say ChatGPT sometimes rates plausible sounding but incorrect or nonsensical answers. So basically what that means is that ChatGPT is not always correct. They will not always give you an answer that is correct, but it will always be plausible. I wonder why that is. This can be extremely dangerous regarding medical advice or other important information. If someone was looking up medical advice and had a serious condition going on, such as stroke, but ChatGPT said they were fine and it was just stress, it could cause them not to go into the hospital and they could die. So users need to be really careful what they consider putting on ChatGPT and asking ChatGPT for. Because if you're asking them for medical advice, that could not always be the best case. Because if it gives you the wrong information, that could be extremely dangerous. So, how does ChatGPT obtain this data? ChatGPT arrives at an answer by making a series of probable guesses. So, in other words, ChatGPT is answering your questions could be comparable to exploring a dense forest with a guide. The guide suggests potential routes based on their experience and intuition. However, they do not know the absolute best solution. So basically, there's a lot of information that the guide has, but they don't know what is actually the correct answer. They're just using all their information to come to an answer. That doesn't mean it's always correct. Another thing to consider is that ChatGPT is biased. ChatGPT was trained on a collective writings of humans across the world, past and present, which means there is bias, as humans are biased. As we learned in class, it can be extremely damaging if AI is biased and can lead to inaccurate or misleading answers. ChatGPT has been shown to produce some terrible answers that discriminate against gender, race, and minority groups. OpenAI knows of these issues and they are working on trying to fix them. However, many are questioning whether or not ChatGPT should have been released until these issues were solved. At the end of the day, ChatGPT is very useful. It can help write a large variety of materials, answer questions, and come up with a large variety of data in a quick time. So for those that are short on time or need a little help, some ideas, ChatGPT is very useful. However, maybe we shouldn't rely on ChatGPT for everything. ChatGPT can be extremely dangerous, so you need to watch what you put out there. Will it be harmful if you use ChatGPT to answer a quick question on a math exam? When studying for the math exam? Probably not. However, if you're considering asking ChatGPT for medical advice, that could be extremely damaging. Or considering using ChatGPT for company information, I would say no. You should be extremely careful on what you put on ChatGPT because all of this information is stored. Not only is it stored, but it could be sold to third parties, which means your private information could be out there. So if you've already put private information into ChatGPT, that's something to consider. However, it's not the end of the world. ChatGPT is a great resource for many and has been extremely helpful to a lot of people. It answers quick problems, can give you a large variety of information, and even though it might not be right all the time, it is still extremely useful. However, at the end of the day, ChatGPT can be good, but you need to be careful about what you put on there. So next time you're considering using ChatGPT, ask if it's something that you'd be okay with being on a server, and if you'd be okay with third companies having that information. Because, asking a simple question about math and giving it your financial information are two different things. So use ChatGPT the best way that you can. However, you need to remember to be courteous about how you use it and to always be careful about your private information, as it could possibly be exposed in a data leak, as ChatGPT has previously experienced. Thank you.